tighten the belt back up. Like that. I'll just leave that off. We don't want to lock it off on it. But anyway, there. It is. And rattles. And shakes. But it's less now than it was with the balance gears in it. I guarantee you. And that's because there's a shim wore out. Let's shut that off. Can't hold that again for starting that easy this early with no warm up. That's pretty good. I think I'll just leave that carb right where it's at. Excuse me. Anyway, right here, the rattle, you know, it's rattling that hood because, I don't know if you can see it, but it's wore off there. It's not tight here. And it's aluminum tube. You know, and it keeps that tight, which you can bend them ears out and blah, 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 keep them tight a little bit. And the tank's a little loose too. And I'm going to have to do some welding on the fan. Let's see, right there. Cracked a little. You know, the belt flies off, it just gets them, I think. Nothing we've done. There's a bad one there. But yeah, we'll get them all back on track where they're supposed to be. Got this metal alloy stuff, man, it just knocks that stuff out. Just clean it up real good, tin it, and it sticks to it like super glue, man. We'll have to make a video of it maybe. But anyways, basically for the most part, you know, I thought this pulley was a little loose, but it is the pulley, it ain't the pump, so that's the good thing. So no big deal there. But it's running. I just wanted to, you know, let you get an ear on it. Didn't want everybody thinking I was telling them a fib. We got her going anyways. So, like I said, it was a little bit of, or I didn't say, it was a little bit of trash in the tank. I took and put a new valve on it and looked inside, it looked clean, but then I flipped it over, I didn't look at the top because I cleaned another tank and I thought this was the one. Turns out this one wasn't cleaned at all. And then when I looked in my filter, I seen what looked to be dead grass. So I took and made in India a Kohler filter. Ain't that awful? But anyway, there was a lot of grass in there, and that kind of gave me the clue that we had troubles. Put it this way, whenever I pulled the line off the fuel pump, nothing came out. So it was pretty bad. But anyway, we got that worked out. Had a choke cable. It was a little too short for everything else, but it worked out pretty good on this. Still got some lights to put on, but she'll come around. Anyway, today's video is just basically going to be based on, or you know, I was going to try to make it an informative one, try to maybe show, I don't know, a few little ways to get along, you might say, a little cheaper than normal. You know, because you always go and, like for instance, start with the cable, you know. We go to the store and it's, well, I think it was, I don't know, 16 inches long maybe. And it turned out to be, you know, $9, I think. I thought, man, for $9, you know, I thought, what is going on? There's got to be a way around this, you know. I guess I'm cheap, I don't know. But anyway, I bought these, okay? Well, actually, the old man got them. He picked them up, he stopped and got them somewhere. And we had some other ones in here, they're a little bigger. Of course, these are, you know, kind of too big, but, you know, maybe not. Just depends. Well, my answer to the wire, to make a long story short, I guess, was 12 foot of 10 gauge, $7. You know, jumper cables, dollar store, typical thing. For some reason, the wire ain't as expensive this way. Plus, don't it look a lot nicer than just plain black, like the other ones were for high dollar? Well, anyways, that's that. And one more thing, just to throw it in the work. Remember that bushing? Okay, this is an arrow. And it's just the right size for that bushing in that hood, you know. So that's what that's going to be. I'm going to get a tubing cutter and I'm going to fix that up and put that right on there. And let's see what else we got here. Some ties, you know, heavy duty industrial cable ties. Black, of course, which, you know, what you do with them is you put them around your fuel tank and you suck them down, and then there you have it. You know, until you can buy the $30 original. You know, if I ever do for that one, you know. Original's great, man. You know, if you got one that's been there that hasn't been messed up, you know, as far as robbed for parts or whatever, if it's all there, you know, by all means, stay with it. But if it ain't, this is just some options, you know, that you can save yourself a little money, you know. So, what we're going to do is show you how easy this is. Hopefully, without getting burnt. It's really not that big a deal. But man, for $9 for, you know, I don't know, it's about that long, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 14, 15 inches, I don't know. It wasn't very long, $9, couldn't believe it. And it was only 10 gauge. So I thought, no, we're gonna go a different route. So this was my answer to all that high dollar cable, you know. You just heat her up, and this is just regular old resin core solder, like for radiator, antique actually, but flux core, you know, resin core solder. Just heat her up until you get her full. I'd already put some in that. As soon as she's hot, flaming on top like that, just pull her out and just bury your wire in there. Make sure you get her all the way and keep her in the center. Let her just sit there for a minute. Probably got her now. Okay, so naturally you do whatever you wanted, you know, whichever side. It puts a little mar on the plastic, you know, or on the coating there, the rubber, I guess it would be. And hello, somebody. But yeah, you know, and that one there I splashed a little solder on, which drives me crazy. I hate that, but better have solder on than solder not on. But anyways, just like that, man. I mean, here, I'll stick it in there and I'll pull on it. Oh, well, you might want to tighten it down first, right? Okay, we tighten it down good. Now, you know, it probably need a little more cooling, but you get the idea. I believe she was hooked, don't you? Pretty sure that wire will be right here. And that's all solder, you know, so I mean, it works pretty good. Just take my word for it, it does. Save you a heap of money.